Hi guys, and welcome to today's video where I'll hopefully be answering all your questions about the Noosa Habitat camping location on the Sunshine Coast, as well as giving you an overall tour of the camping grounds, the lake and the facilities that are available. The Noosa Habitat Camping Grounds are located at Bureen Point, about 2 hours north of Brisbane City. It's a popular site to visit, nestled right beside Lake Cootharaba, I hope I've said that right, where you can enjoy lots of different water activities and an eco tour through the Everglades. Either way, it's a hugely popular, family-friendly camping spot and one I would highly recommend. Bookings can be made online beforehand through their website, or you can give them a call. I think the office hours are generally between 9 and 5 p.m. Their website is very easy to navigate for different types of accommodation available, and this includes the glamping tents, unpowered sites, the wilderness safari tents, powered sites, or the lakeview sites. I found the staff here absolutely amazing and very helpful both in reception and around the park. The park is two-wheel drive accessible, but there is a 1 kilometre dirt road coming into the campgrounds where you'll have to slow down a bit. When you arrive, there's a nice big car park to hold you up and sort everything to check into reception. This was a very quick process and you're soon on your way. These guys, I think, are open until 6 p.m. on a Friday night, and they have a process in place until 9 p.m. for late check-ins. You're given a key card to enter through the boom gate, and you must make sure you carry this when you take your car out. The key card doesn't have to be used on the way out, as this is automatic, but you'll definitely need it on the way back in. There is also a sticker for your car, and you can just put that on your dash. There are allocated powered sites listed on the map in yellow, all unpowered sites at the waterfront, and in green. There are also some undesignated unpowered sites at the back of the grounds. Then there is the safari and glamping tents with reception in the middle. I did a drive through most of the streets just to give you an overview of the camping grounds and help make the best decision for your situation. While you're watching that, I'll go through some of the rules. The glamping check-in time is 2 p.m, but camping should be available by 12. Glamping checkout is about 10 a.m, but the camping sites need to be off-site by 11:30 a.m. There is no cutting down of logs or trees on the property or clearing any vegetation from the ground. You also can't use the trees to tie up your camping tent or hang hammocks or rope springs from them. There is only one vehicle per site, but the others can park outside reception in the visitors' car park. Generators are allowed, but only for 2 hours a day and not after 6 p.m. There is a strict no noise allowed after 10 p.m. Don't leave any food scraps around, as there is plenty of wildlife to come walking around your campsite. And please make sure that the kids don't chase the wildlife. There are dump points for grey water and other waste. And sorry, but there are no dogs allowed due to the amount of wildlife around, and we are in a national park. They do ask that the undesignated area should be limited to an 8x8 metre setups too. It's probably not a huge deal, but the phone service was a little intermittent, but you won't be on your phone too much anyway with everything else there is to do. I did hear that there was Wi-Fi available at the bar and reception if you get desperate for service. We didn't bring our normal swag setup this time and decided for something with a little more room. This is our 6x3 gazebo with an inner tent hub. We still use the mattress out of our swag though. The glamping tents is one of the fixed accommodation, and they have their own bathroom enclosed towards the back of the tent. The wilderness safari tents are another choice for fixed accommodation, which have a shared bathroom, and I think these are the same bathrooms used for the campers. Big groups like schools have a dormitory style accommodation and a camp kitchen. But you will see them wandering around the park sometimes. Fires are allowed, but you must bring your own milled firewood, must be off the ground and contained within a pit, which you bring with you. These must be supervised at all times and put out before going to bed. If you don't have any firewood, you can always purchase it from reception for $20 a bag. Ash must be disposed of responsibly in the areas available. If you need any ice, then you can also purchase this from reception. There is even a snack machine for those random munchies. They have an awesome setup for a brewery and restaurant, and live music played on the weekends. This is open from 6 a.m. till 9:30 p.m. and services breakfast, lunch and dinner. If you have a large group or wanting to visit at a busy time, then you might need to book first. The microbrewery offers up about 11 artesian beers to try out, and their version of the ginger beer was nice and spicy. They source their water from the artesian basin, which creates 100% natural beer, free of preservatives, additives or flavours. Happy hour drinks are from 2:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. daily. You have a great selection of meals to choose from using fresh local produce and plenty of other non-alcoholic drinks to try out. Plus they have a nice selection of ice cream or gelatis. The camp kitchen was nice and close to us this time, so we used that instead of our own gear. Pretty handy with the fridge to keep your stuff cold, microwave, kettle, toaster and a couple of barbecues. There are bathrooms and showers available near reception, but you also have another lot of toilets available in the middle of the park. The park seemed really full on my visit, but I never had to wait long. Showers were free or covered in the cost of the camping, nice and hot too. There are some Eco Everglade tours run from the jetty. Park visitors get a 15% discount on the tours, but I didn't have time for them on this trip. If you chat to reception about the hiking trails in the area, they will give you a pamphlet for some short and longer hikes. Some of these go through the bushland and others along the water's edge. It's a great way to see some of the wildlife or give you something else to do with the kids in the evening around sunset. Apart from that, wildlife will be around throughout the park. This includes the kangaroos, ducks, and even the curlew. If you wake up early enough, you'll hear some amazing sounds of the bushland or the forest. Almost hypnotic. The ducks will also be around taking advantage of the lake before the people get there once the sun is up. And then you have the water activities, which was what makes this little camping spot a real gem. You're able to hire canoes or kayaks, or obviously find room to bring your own. And I saw plenty with paddle boards. There are absolutely no motorised water devices like jet skis allowed. There is even an option for a flotation device and donut, and I was pretty comfy on that. First thing in the morning is your best time to visit, when the lake is calm and less people around to stir it up. This is also your optimal time for needing less sun protection. The lake is really big and you can certainly paddle up and around the bushland areas. Find other little secluded beaches to chill out on, or just go for exercise. The great thing about this lake is it's really shallow, so anywhere within 30 metres of the shoreline you can stand up in. So you might feel safer with the kids and doing more exploring with less people around. By 8 or 9 a.m, the crowds begin to hover around the beach and the shallow waters. There are only a few areas with trees for shade, so you might want to bring your own. Don't forget the buckets and spades or other toys for the kids. Funny though, I'm honestly not sure I've ever seen so many blow-up paddleboards in my life. Some of them seemed pretty good, but others were a bit flat and people lost their balance very easy. Overall, it was an absolute blast staying here at Noosa Habitat and would definitely go back again. If you want to see other areas we've camped around Brisbane, click to the playlist here to check them out. Otherwise, thanks a bunch for watching, guys, and I will see you for the next one.